When I talk to men, they don't want to rock the boat. They don't want to participate in something that may destroy what they built. And sadly, when even just the topic many times comes up with polygyny, there are threats, there are different ultimatums that come from the pain that they're experiencing that's brand new, because it's a shifting of the mind that tends to happen quickly.
Warning, viewer discretion is advised. The content, views, and educational material you are about to experience could challenge your belief, trigger strong emotions, and frankly, piss you off. This isn't for everyone. If you're not ready to confront new ideas, or if your feelings bruise easily, this might be the time to click away. Expect to be challenged, to think, and you might even want to scream at the screen. Proceed with caution, and remember, you chose to be here. Let's get it.
Indeed, they do it differently here in London. Actually, as I'm headed to this event, I want to share something with you. And I'm going to call it First Wives Chaos. First Wives Chaos and Drama, whatever, maybe come up with a better name. But here's the thing. As men and additional wives, I want to address something because we don't necessarily talk about it enough, or sometimes it gets too much attention or it's not necessarily best understood. So I'm going to do it like this. We have to be cognizant of the challenges that people go through. Now, when it comes to polygyny, now again, polygyny is the term. Polygyny means a man who is married to multiple wives. That does fall under the umbrella of polygamy, but specificity matters. So with that being said, of course, I'm married to Coach Fatimah and Coach Nyla, and we're the founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships and authors of the book, Let's Talk Polygamy Uncensored. So let's talk a little bit about polygamy uncensored, if you will. Well, one, I just want to share that if we don't understand the struggles that generally get put out there and the fear that is behind it, then we'll constantly lose, no matter what it is. So one, I want to hit this and let you know, because many first wives, they say, oh, you don't understand, or the pain and the challenges. And listen, there are pain. There is pain, I should say. There are challenges. Now, I want to help men and also additional wives understand what that means. We're raised in a society that is so normative when it comes to marriage that it's just strictly monogamy. That's really it, right? Despite history, despite biology, despite any type of sense, they say, listen, this is it. It's this or nothing. So now we have to understand, I was raised in that society. I thought that the only thing that was out there was, monogamy. When I grew up, I didn't know anybody in polygyny. I read about it. It was like something from history, all right? So the pain and the challenge and the drama that a first wife may experience is very real. Not just real to her emotionally, but it's a sign of the strong societal engineering that occurred, similar to romance or love marriages that we think are normal today, all right? But that's a topic for another video. So this is what I mean. As a husband, I have to understand that she has an idea of marriage. We have an idea of marriage before we even met each other, knew each other. All right, they saw different things, had different experiences, whether they're good, bad, divorced, stay together, separated, cheated on, whatever the situation may be that they've seen or perhaps even experienced before getting involved with you. So getting involved and getting married to you as your wife, she had an idea of how that was going to play out, whether that was expressed or expected or not. There's still an idea. Listen, this is my person, if you will, right? I'm going to spend time with them, love them, and till death do us part in many instances. So at least that's the idea. So to just simply dismiss it as, oh, you have to get over it, just go ahead and adjust, would be doing a disservice on our part. All right. And as husbands, you're empathetic and you actually care. All right. Again, for those who do, for those who are actually separating themselves from the mediocre masses, they have different situations. You have different concerns. All right. You are the guy to say, hey, I'm going to protect for her. I'm going to provide for her. And you don't want to be the source of the pain that she's experiencing. Right. It's normal, natural stuff. When I talk to men, they don't want to rock the boat. They don't want to participate in something that may destroy what they built. And sadly, when even just the topic many times comes up with polygyny, there are threats, there are different ultimatums that come from the pain that they're experiencing that's brand new, because it's a shifting of the mind that tends to happen quickly. You're in a marriage, all of a sudden your husband wants to talk to you about polygyny. Comes across a video or expresses something, or maybe you've already feared it or thought it or knew it, or you thought, hey, you came across our videos and now it just rubs off on them as though it wasn't already there. Now there's some deconditioning or reconstructing that's going on. And that brings out a whole lot of stuff. It doesn't really matter what part of the hormonal cycle somebody's in, just means that it's real. We do have to understand that they were expecting to build a certain type of life, whether that be, to their old and gray or what have you, generally speaking, with their husband. So when something tends to intrude, especially upon something we put so much emphasis on in society when it comes to the success or failure of marriage, and of course marriage is being seen as that monogamous thing, then it hurts. It's strong. And I kind of give the metaphor many times that it's like dealing with Velcro. Velcro is really strong. You hang stuff on a wall and all kind of things, right? So I'm walking and going to this event, nice shops and whatnot, and different vehicles, even the minis, pretty cool. I'm passing my showroom was not far back, Aston Martin. Anyway, back on topic. So with that Velcro, when you pull apart those beliefs, it is hard. It's very hard. Now, some Velcro is old, some is just almost melted in together, if you will. So dealing with it, if we aren't empathetic with it, then what's wrong with us? We are literally talking about a brand new idea, something that shakes up generally many women to their core when they find out that the husband wants to practice polygyny or is practicing polygyny. All right, we understand that. And it hurts, it's painful. This is a shakeup of your entire world, many women's entire worlds. They sadly, some people lose themselves in the identity of wife and don't carry on other parts of their life that they were part of before getting married. So just want to say, because we know that, as men, we know that. That's why you don't want to rock the boat. That's why it's uncomfortable having conversations. That's why you have men, sometimes they go and they joke about things and, well, alhamdulillah, they try to soften it, if you will, but that's not necessarily the best way to handle it. Joking, making it soft, is having a conversation. But my point is, we must be empathetic with the situation. But here's the other part, and this is the part that could be the most challenging. We can't let ourselves be ruled by the situation, by the emotions, by the temper tantrums, by the manipulation tactics. We have to be caring, reassuring, being men, being there as those providers, those protectors, but at the same time, handle this situation in a delicate fashion. Not just dismiss the feelings, oh, you have to get over it, just, grow up and mature. Now, that may be the case, but saying it in that fashion isn't that easy, especially when they might have been planning or dealing with going ahead and planning their wedding date and wanting this special thing for so long. And then all of a sudden, boom, there's a change. So we have to be empathetic. And incoming wives also have to recognize it as well. All right. Now, they may be painted as the villains many times, but their man is getting kidnapped and hijacked and whatnot in order to go ahead and practice polygyny. All right. That doesn't happen. So don't worry whether or not you are considered the person that's causing issues. Of course, everybody is going to be considered causing issues in this type of situation. Now, again, that doesn't give a green light to somebody to use their pain or their challenges to cause more pain, because we know that hurt people hurt people. But it also means that you can't be stupid and act like you don't know that there's going to be problems and challenges, or, you know what, she just needs to get over it. It's somebody that you love, that you chose to marry, and everything else. So being delicate about it matters. The language you use matters. The energy you have does matter. And again, it's not a pass to act an ass. It's not. So with that being said, I wanted to make sure sisters who are initial wives or first wives or whatnot, depending on the language that you use, that we do know it's a challenge. We do know it's painful. Now, we don't know the type. And some people say, oh, you'll never know how it feels. And here's the fact of the matter. My brother got killed when he was 16 years old, rahimahullah. He was 16, right? We saw his body laying there in the street and everything and so on. But just because you may not have had a brother get killed when he was 16 and you're 5 years older than him and whatnot, Doesn't mean you can't have empathy with the situation. Doesn't mean all of a sudden you cannot relate to me at least being in pain. So stop with the, well, you only have to experience this. That's not how humans are. That's not why people are out there fighting right now against injustice that's going on with different oppression that is happening all throughout the world. We can still relate, and we can absolutely relate to the condition of everything that's going on in Philistine, for example. Just because I'm not under a genocide doesn't mean I don't know what oppression is. So understand, ladies and gentlemen, that it is a challenge. And the question is whether or not you're up to the challenge, whether or not you're able to build the emotional resilience that's necessary to take it to the next level as a husband, whether or not you decide that your marriage is worth it in order to fight for the success of it. With that being said, I've reached my destination. So let me get up in here and inshallah benefit you. You'll get some good information. Make sure, if you haven't already, grab the book. You have it, you get into it, reach out to us. And if you've made it this far in the video, that means you rock with us. What I want you to do is put in the comments the Dorchester. The Dorchester. Yeah, spell it however you want to spell it, but it's Dorchester Hotel in London. And let me know that you rock with us. I look forward to sharing some more gems shortly. All right, y'all, I'm out. I'm Coach Nazir. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.